But you are revival. Everywhere you go, you bring the kingdom with you. Everywhere you go, it's you. You are revival. Until the church gets that, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss these opportunities. Why? Because the same Spirit that rose Christ from the dead lives in us, breathes in us, works through us, flows through us. It's you with Him. It's you with Him. Is it about you? No. But there is this unity of God coming and working with us. He says, listen, you guys are broken vessels. Great. That's the ones that I use. He uses broken vessels. He uses imperfect people. He uses chunky Gloucester people. He does. He uses people with no education, with no training. I told you I failed Spanish 1 3 times in high school. 3 times. First time I just failed it. Second time I failed it. Third time I harassed one of my teachers is what they said. And they booted me out. Do you realize that when the King came into me, I picked up Spanish in 6 months. I moved into the closet of a house, of a pastor's house I had never met in Paraguay. I visited Paraguay for 2 weeks on a trip. During those 2 weeks, I saw God move. I saw Him move. I saw the power of God flow through me. It was amazing. It was just a little quick ministry trip. And while I was there, the Lord said, this is the place that I want you to be. I went back home. I told my parents, Mom, Dad, I feel like I'm supposed to move to Paraguay. They go, you don't speak the language. I go, I know. Do you know the people that you're going to stay with? No, I have no idea who they are. But I met them for a second at an event, and I think it'll be okay. They said, sure. So often we wait for this beautiful picture, this gift to fall in our lap, but the reality is sometimes you got to fight for things. Sometimes you have to take risk. I didn't know what I was doing. Part of it's just plain stupidity. Guess what? God uses that too. But it's not an excuse to be stupid. I can cast that thing out of you. Come out, spirit of stupid. That's why I never make a good pastor. I'm like, stop it. Don't be stupid. Done. That's how I cancel. That's how I counsel. It's more like canceling. Seriously, people don't come to me for counseling. They're like, Will, I'm doing A, B, C, D, F, G. I'm like, blah, whoa. Stop it. Don't. Please. That's just wrong. Don't do that. That's not good. You know that. They're like, yeah, I know that. Well, then why are you doing it? Stop. Oh, my goodness. That's horrible. But Will, let's peel back the layers of the onion. I go, at the end of the day, you're still left with an onion. I'm like, just stop. Switch to an apple. They taste better. And that's why I don't pastor. Oh, Lord, help me. It's the journey. The journey is in it. You guys are in the middle of a journey with a King. You're in the middle of it. It's not always a beautiful picture. It's not always picture perfect. It doesn't always make sense. Since when does our faith rely on what makes sense? Come on. Seriously. When does it all have to make sense? I love it when it does. But if my faith rests on that alone, I'll never go anywhere. I'll never do anything. I'll never accomplish these things for the Lord. I'm telling you, it doesn't always have to make sense. It didn't make sense when I moved into the closet of this pastor's house. Literally, I moved into their closet. It was weird. They threw a bed in there, and that was it. It was the closet of their children's room. I'm not joking. People came up to me and they were like, Will, you're making fun of like prophetic dance and arts. And I'm like, well, people don't know. I can't believe I'm going to admit this. I used to be on a prophetic dance and arts team. Straight up. I used to do it. I mean, I used to do it. I have handmade drums that I would make and wore. Painted. I played the didgeridoo that I learned come on, some of you guys are like, finally. I play the bagpipes. I learned the bagpipes and the didgeridoo after because they're like warfare instruments. I know what I'm talking about. I do have a little bit of of experience. Yeah, and so I moved into to the closet of these kids' rooms. And, and all I had was my bagpipes. I'm not joking. It was the weirdest thing. I'm just in their closet. These pastors had no idea who I was. I'm in their closet. Their kids are sleeping right next to me. I'm 17 years old. I don't speak the language. I have some bagpipes and some clothes. I don't know what I was thinking. But I was hungry. I was hungry to be used. I was hungry to go after what God had for me. I was hungry just to listen to that still small voice, that thing in my spirit that says, go. You know, I was hungry to not just live my life. It didn't come as a booming voice from heaven. You are going to Paraguay, Will. And there you will see mighty signs and wonders. You know, and, No, it didn't come that way. Even if it did, it didn't talk about, the room, the closet. I used to lay in this bed at night weeping. I would cry at 17. I had no idea what I was doing. I would lay in this bed and just cry. God, what the heck am I doing here? What the heck am I doing here? Why? What is this? And then miracles would start to break out.